Accounting. As a student of a cost accountant or CA, ICAA or CIMA or ACS, should understand what is the basic things in accounting, why accounting is developed, and what accountant is doing actually, how he is confined to the level of his profession in the process of the accounting. Without knowing all these things, if you learn any level of any standard of the accounts, it is not useful to you as the professional level of the body or examining you with the basic concepts. So accounting is the process. Accounts is a noun word. Accounts means we call it as a different names. Financial accounts, cost accounts, management accounts. But accounting is the process. It is not the name. It is the process or the verb which it is denoting about. When we say accounting, it includes different steps of the work that accountant should undertake or perform. And accounting is also having another function which communicates. Communication is very important in the accounting process. When we talk about the communication, the process of the communication includes to delivering of the message or important concepts either to the neighbor person or one individual to another individual or one individual to the group or one group to another group or a communication between the countries or finally at the public at large. That means the entire community, entire society, entire public. So the communication is very effective tool. If the communication is not proper, then the person who is receiving or listening to the words will not understand and identify the things. So communication is very powerful subject in the commerce and business management. If communication is not properly made, then the person who is receiving the communication cannot understand what he received it. Now, accounting is also a kind of language. Mostly we use the word communication only to the languages. Tamil language communication, English language communication. But as a commerce students, you must also understand that communication is also applied in accounts. When you are communicating about what happened in the company, then this kind of a language in the monetary terms. Monetary means finance terms. If it is in the finance terms of communication, all that is called accounting communication or accounting language. So accounting language includes so many technical words. For example, debit, credit and expenses, income, assets, liabilities and so on. There are many technical words and languages used in accounting communication. We are going to see about how accounting communication is very useful for the society and why this language is used, why this accounting process is considered as very important aspect in the commerce and industry. So in short, accounting is the process or the work carried out by the auditor. And first and foremost, you must understand why this communication is very important. Here, a company is registered under the Factories Act, should follow the rules and norms implemented by the government. If the company is not following those rules and norms, then it will be identified by different ways. One among the ways is called accounts, accounting communication. So accounting communication is made to not only to the public, but also it is very specific to the government because government is always watching the company whether the company is following the rules or norms or not. And at the same time, it is also watching about its profit positions to assess the tax, that is to impose the tax on the profit, because the company is earning the profit from the public or from the society. Government is working for the society. So the company people should also contribute from their profit which they earn from the society, should pay as a tax to the government. The government will collect the tax and do the social beneficial steps to the society. So that is why government is very prone into this to understand how much of profit the company is earned. This can be done by the language of accounts only or accounting process only. The accountant communicates about the profit level of the company to the government for charging the taxes. So government is one group which is very specific about the profit level of the company. And the next one is debtor, creditor. Creditor are the financial institutions. The company usually cannot run with its own pocket money, so that it has to approach the banks, financial institutions like IFCI, IDBI, SFCI, like that. So these financial institutions are also called as creditors, and when they are giving a loan to the company. So creditors are always waiting for knowing about the profit level of the company, because if company is not in the profit, then they will not get back their money, what they invested or what they gave us a loan. So creditor should also be communicated about what is the profit position. So this is this language is helping the creditor to know about the process and the financial statements like a profit and loss account. By that they understand how much of profit is earned by the company. And then stock exchange, stock exchange is the place where the shares are being dealt out. If the stock exchange wants to accept one company to sell their shares, definitely the stock exchange will see whether the company is profitable or not. If company is not profitable, then stock exchange will not accept that company. Because the company, there are rules and norms implemented by the company law board. As per the rules and norms only, stock exchange will be accepting the company into the list. For this, the stock exchange will view about the profit position of the company. This profit position will be given only by the accounting language. And shareholders. Shareholders are a very important group which are otherwise termed as the owner of the company. The shareholders are waiting for only the profit of the company, not for the loss of the company. All the people called as the shareholders are real owners of the company, because they are only having the right to share the profits that are earned by the company. So shareholders always keep watching about the company function and try to understand whether the company is in a profit making way or loss making way. So this is very important, the accounting language levels, that the people and group around the company is watching about its status condition in the financial way, not about other way. So when we talk about the financial matters, financial status, financial conditions, then automatically one language is required. That language is called accounting language. The communicating of this accounting language to the society is another very imperative level. How to communicate this status of the company or the profit level of the company to the society, government, financiers, financial bankings, institutions, creditors, and so on. How to communicate? This is a big question. The communication, when we talk about this, communication can be done by different statements. Earlier, the communication was done in different levels, because the accounting profession was not developed to this level as what we are learning now. Those periods, the accounting was done only by the manual process. They just write something in the papers, but now everything is in the internet and also database system in the computers. So that entirely the basic, from the basic and to the level of the higher level, the communication system of the accounting has been changed totally. Now we are going to see about how this communication has been happening. One is called very abstract level. What I am saying here is trading manufacturing account coming in the first stage. Second one is trading account. Then third one is profit and loss account, and finally balance sheet. So these are all the statements which are called very imperative for communicating about the financial status of the company to the public at large, and also specific and general groups, and to the government. These three statements are playing very prominent role, and these statements are also called as accounting language. You can say and also see so many items which are appearing in these three statements are called in the accounting language only. If a person who knows this accounting language will easily understand what is under debit side, what is under credit side of trading account, manufacturing account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. If you are not knowing this language, then definitely you cannot understand what is happening in that. That is why the people who are coming forward to put their money or invest the money in shares are really suffering. Without knowing what is going on in the share market, if you invest the money, definitely you will lose your money. Because share market and selling the shares, buying shares includes so many levels of accounting languages. Without knowing all these accounting languages, if you invest, definitely you cannot earn any money. And so studying, reading, making research on accounting language is very important. We are going to see all other accounting concepts, conventions, and also with relation to this accounting languages, what accountants are doing, how they are doing, what kind of accounts they are preparing, and different status of accounting, etc., etc. So now in this class you have understood the imperative or important level of the accounting language and the communication systems in abstract in the accounting language. Thank you very much.